Carl, what do you think?
I feel like we have to talk about the Clay signing because I know it's
Okay.
not a trade,
Yeah.
but
Let's do it.
I'm interested to see what you guys think about how that's working out for them in Dallas.
hmm Um.
Caleb, you want to take point on
So,
this one?
yeah, I was gonna say recently I watched. I was gonna say I volunteer as tribute because I just had to watch 2 games of Mavericks Nuggets back to back this week, pretty much.
Good
Well,
games
there's a
though.
game, but I hate that. I hate like playing a team and then hey, and then on Tuesday we're gonna still be here in Dallas and play them again.
Yeah.
Didn't they go to Denver for the second one?
It was Dallas.
Oof, that's stupid.
Anyways, yeah, and they weren't back to backs, which would have made more sense. Like it was a Sunday Tuesday game. So, anyways, so Clay last year 18 points per game. This year 13. He's playing less minutes, so okay, sure. But he's shooting 37 from three, 41 from two, averaging a turnover and a half, with not really anything else to speak of. 3 rebounds. Okay. Um, and watching him in the game, I kind of feel like he has 1 or 2 more years in the league. Hot take.
I don't know if that's a hot take. I
Because
feel like people have been saying that for 3 years.
it's he just there's like he'll take some three and you don't really hold your breath. You're like, okay, he made one, but he I don't know if there's a tangible thing that I can say about it. There's just something off with him when he's playing. Like he made a couple dumb turnovers. He takes some really quick threes sometimes in transition when you feel like the game could have switched. Like they're going on an 8-0 run. Clay takes a deep transition three, and you're like, okay, well, there's 20 seconds left on the shot clock. You could have waited, got an easy two, flicked it up to Derek Lively, got a dunk, and then it would have been a 10-0 run. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that Clay is fizzling, and it's unfortunate, but I don't really think that it does anything for Dallas besides maybe having that defensive role player on the bench to groom your rookies. But I think you're paying way too much for that.
So
There you go.
I could say a few things. I think it's okay. It's like neutral. Like I feel like Dallas is a good team. If he was out for a month, would I think they'd be a lot worse? No. Um, do I think he could be valuable in the playoffs? We'll see. I almost feel like I think this is one of those trades where the playoffs are how I'm going to judge it because like regular season, I feel like they were always going to be pretty good. I can't really tell if he's making them better or not. Like they seem really similar to last year. Um, but then I know what they did in the playoffs last year, and it's right now it's hard for me to picture them being better in the playoffs than they were last year with
With Clay?
Clay.
Yeah.
So, but like, I'll wait and see. Like, is that floor spacing suddenly gonna be like, oh, actually, like that's really unlocking Luca in the playoffs for some reason? There's something crazy with that, and like him and Kyrie just have all this room now because Clay's on the wing in the playoffs, and it slows down. And like, I don't think so, but we'll see. I'll hold. I'm waiting, but Clay's last play-in performance was really bad, and that's the last we saw him in the playoffs. And so I need to see more of that to see like regular season. All right, he's fine, but it's all about playoffs for that team. They made the finals. They're that's obviously what they think they should be, and I don't know if he helps them get them there or not. We'll see.
yeah, I'd say honestly, how I feel about Clay is probably how most of us felt about Westbrook at the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
Like they'll probably definitely win some games because of him, but more often than not, they'll probably lose a couple games because of him. Because I watched that first Denver game, Denver Mavs game, like however many days ago. Um, and he had like a hot streak for
Mhm.
3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. And then after that,
The
it was just
Sunday game?
like, is he even playing still? Like nothing,
Yeah, he just left the
nothing
game.
happened after that. Like maybe he had a three after that or made a good play, but it's like I forgot Clay was even on that team for half the season. Like, it's Kyrie and Luca because they're the ones actually playing top level basketball, and then Clay's over here playing the Harrison Barnes role, but
Yeah.
statistically
Yeah.
not as good.
No, I agree.
So I think they probably would have been better off getting
Oh,
a different three guard. Like I think I said at the beginning of the year, like if they would have gotten a more defensive heavy three guard as opposed to a Clay Thompson semi offensive guard, or I mean forward, then they probably would have been better off because Kyrie is not great at defense. Luca is kind of like Jokic on defense, but somehow slightly worse. No offense. Um, but yeah, I agree with you.
I'll
I
take
don't
it.
know how deep they're going with Clay on the team.
I feel like they're gonna play Denver in the playoffs. I don't know why.
I think that'd be a great series.
Yeah,
I would love that series. That's a good one. Do you want to do a quick? Because we mentioned him. Do you want to do a quick Westbrook? So the super under the radar signing.
Yeah, why not? All right, so Russell Westbrook, you might have heard of him. He's worn the 0 4 times and the 4 twice. But 13 points a game, man. Nobody saw that. And I I feel like you can look at the score and you can be like, But if you watch the games, that's where his impact is felt. Because they'll be like in down 10, and all the rookies and the young guys are like, oh. And Westbrook just doesn't have that. He's just 110 all the time. He doesn't care. He's just doing windmills after dunks, flying around the court, screaming at fans. Um, did you see he's chirping at the bench last night? Because there was somebody who was on his like AAU team or something like that was, when he was in his prime, and this little kid was like chirping at him, and he's like, dude, well, who are you? Like, I'm not a little kid. What are you yelling at me for? But, anyways, random segue. He just brings that energy. I don't know. It's cool to see, and I think that it's doing a lot for his legacy because I feel like that Lakers stint where he
Yeah.
had like the worst, where he was averaging the most turnovers in the league and shooting 25% from three.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, that was brutal. But
Yeah.
I'm excited. I obviously want to see the Nuggets win, but I think it would be doubly cool to give him a ring before he hangs it all up. So
Awesome.
yeah.
yeah.
I think you were wrong at the beginning of the year, by the way, but we don't have to dive into that.
What do you mean when I said he'd be sixth man of the year?
Didn't you? I swear you said this wouldn't be a great fit, but I
I
feel
didn't think it would be. Yeah, you're right.
But I think because him and Jokic, correct me if I'm wrong, but are like the first duo to have multiple games where they both have triple doubles.
Yeah, I believe so.
And Westbrook's triple doubles, granted, they're not Jokic's where Jokic will have like 50, 20, and 10, but
Yeah.
Westbrook will have like a good like 15, 15, and like 10 game. And
Yeah.
that'll definitely decide the game. And even
I mean, yeah.
he even
He's
made
13-6.
yeah, he even made DeAndre Jordan look pretty good in one of the games.
That's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah, but if you can make DeAndre Jordan look good, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna give like game analysis because you guys got all that covered, but I'm just happy for him. As a Laker fan, I was always a big Westbrook fan. It sucked when he was on the Lakers, the way the media treated him and kind of how he was blamed for like a lot of our struggles when it wasn't his fault. Like he wasn't always playing well, but he's not the reason we lost games. Like he was trying. He would have some good scoring games, and it was like AD was always injured, then LeBron would get injured, then we had Darvin Ham as our coach, and like
That's the
it
goal
was
right
just
there.
all like it was not his fault. Like I'm
No.
really happy for him. He's an awesome person. He's done a lot for like the community down there, and like he deserves it. So I'm happy for him.
I agree. I always forget he was in Houston, man.
Yeah, that
Weird.
happened. That did happen.
I
That was-
remember Houston, but I don't remember the Clippers as much. Even though that
Yeah, I
was
feel
like
like
most
LA
recent.
and Clippers are just kind of they're like the same team, you know? Same amount of championships,
How you feel
same
about that, son?
legacy, same culture, winning culture. You know,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going on vacation again. So you guys can have fun.
it's funny. I just straight up went to pull my pants and just slammed my hand on my desk. So I just,
Oh.
I definitely that was some karma for
Instant.
that.
Yeah, never compare to the language. I'm gonna give a quick 5-second shout out. They lost today, but Pistons, whoever they sign, I'm not even gonna look through it. Like Tim Hardaway Jr., I don't know. But going over 500 after how incredibly terrible they were, like props to their GM, props to whatever they did for that to happen, because that's
I agree.
insane.
Props to the Magic for still winning games when their team is dead.
Yeah, when they're using the water boys, the
Yeah. Coach is like, please.
All right, guys. So those were that's our overview of some of the trades, signings. We're halfway through the year, so that's how I feel right now. We'll see if that changes by playoff time. But make sure you like the video, subscribe, tune in next time. We'll have more great topics for you as the season moves along. So see you next time.
See ya.
Yeah.